They're off, who would be almost sure of staying up if they won the match. Our commentator at Goodison is Barry Davis.
In a week in which the odds have shortened markedly on the chances of achieving the treble, Everton supporters may have allowed themselves a wry smile, recalling how close they came 14 years ago, winning the European Cup Winners' Cup and the Championship before losing the FA Cup final in extra time to Manchester United. A treble now is 3 straight wins. That is simply the target for safety. And their team is unchanged from that which won at Newcastle last week to make it 2 on the trot. Nick Barmby is back from suspension, but makes it only as far as the bench, and doubts about Craig Short and Kevin Campbell have both cleared up. Campbell, the latest Goodison hero, with 4 goals in 4 games. In the opposition, one who used to hold that status, Graham Stuart, whose 32 goals in a century of appearances included 2 on the last day in the 93-94 season, which saved Everton's place in the top flight. He's now joined in the Charlton lineup by 2 other ex-Evertonians, Carl Tyler and Eddie Youds. Youds one of 3 changes in the team compared with that defeated by Spurs on Tuesday. Danny Mills and the experienced Mark Bright are the others. And good opposition support. The club have paid some £25,000 to bring them up here, and they've responded with great willingness. Referee, with his usual smile at the start, is Paul Alcock. And the home programme even refers to this as a cup final. The advantage at the moment is with Everton, and they may well feel that a victory will be good enough for safety, but it's still very much in Charlton's hands as well to save themselves. Going to be a good contest between these two. Bounced kindly initially for Campbell, and as you saw, he stepped on the ball. Extra weight of challenge initially by Unsworth, but did come back by Pringle. Those who are to survive will need plenty of that. The flag has stayed down, and here's Campbell, who doesn't take the chance. Andy Petterson got to him very quickly. It's a corner. Campbell surprised to find himself all alone and onside, but he very quickly had company from Andy Petterson. And the goalkeeper did well. Pringle comes to cover the near post. Plenty of Evertonians forward. Craig Short. Here's Keith Jones for Charlton. A lively opening 10 minutes. Dacourt. Well, the referee was the closest person other than the 2 contenders to that incident. I have to say that Keith Jones is a little unlucky from our angle. That's Campbell. And Youds, Petterson. Oof! Well, he puts his arms out, disclaiming the moment, Petterson, but a message there for every goalkeeper in the country. That is not the position to bring the ball back under your favoured boot. Nearly cost him. It was a quite ridiculous decision by the goalkeeper, and he's unbelievably lucky. But still, he did save his side a few moments earlier. Mark Wright struggling to get in the match so far. Here's Dacourt. That's a good touch by the Frenchman. And then he wasted it. Kinsella looks for Pringle. No support for Pringle in the middle. Wright was behind him. Watson. No handball. This is Hutchison. And he gets it through. Don Hutchison. I have to say, it looked a little suspicious as he took possession here. Well, he knocked it down with his forearm, and I'm a bit surprised that he was allowed to go on. But he did go on, and the shot really went through Petterson. Charlton were extremely unlucky then. But their goalkeeper will not look back on the moment with any satisfaction at all, I'm afraid. Gemmill. 2 handballs, makes no whistle. Hutchison. Not a bad try. Quickly it's all changed for Alan Curbishley's team. Campbell. Rufus got himself on the wrong side. Campbell has got himself into space. Took one extra touch too many, but was able to recover. And Youds looks back and says, where were you all? 5 in 5 for Kevin Campbell. And the man on loan from Trabzonspor has succeeded where many who have cost a lot of money so far haven't made a big reputation for themselves. He has, but how he was allowed the second chance and how the shot got through, Charlton defenders and goalkeeper would know. He went down Petterson for the first shot. Rufus was on the deck and nobody covering across the middle. Tyler just watched it in. 2-0 to Everton. Pringle, and the verdict goes against Hutchison. Eight Charlton players in attacking position. That's apart from the one taking the kick, Mark Kinsella. And here's Pringle! Good save by Myhre. To an acrobatic attempt by Martin Pringle. All made in Scandinavia, but it was a classic overhead and a very good tip over. Tyler couldn't get to it. Neither could Youds, who felt he was pulled a bit. And a reaction from Walter Smith, but he and Philip Carter must be pretty happy. Oh, goodness me, that was a bit sharp, and will produce a booking for Weir. The bookings count too much at this stage of the season. Kinsella will take. Charlton supporters will hope. Again, mass ranks of red. Stuart! Oh, he's unlucky. Just wide of the far post from his point of view. Hit it well as it came out to him. And I don't think Myhre would have got there. He certainly wouldn't have. There's Jeffers. And still, oh, he's as unlucky as Stuart was at the other end. Maybe even more so. Dacourt, who supplied, and supplied well. And Jeffers' first touch was excellent. And there's about a ball's width, perhaps a little more wide of the post. Well, I have to say, my sympathies are very much with Alan Curbishley. His side has played well, but they're 2 down. The first goal scored by Hutchison, and the second by Campbell. The first following what looked like a handball Charlton, for all their possession, didn't create a sufficient number of chances, but they've still played the better football in the first 45 minutes. That's 50 years since Charlton Athletic won on this ground. Haven't been too many fixtures in that period. First injury of the second half is to Richard Rufus. It's only the 10th meeting. Eyes on the ball all the way and slight lead with the arm. Don't think it'll be too long though before there'll be a substitution from Curbishley, not because of this injury, but maybe he needs to change an attack. All the substitutes warming up, John Barnes among them. And he's back on again, Richard Rufus. Jeffers. Campbell. Scott Gemmill has come up as well. Here's Campbell! It's just too easy. Three-man break. A third goal conceded. Charlton, although they got four men back, just couldn't pick up Campbell. He just glances the ball in from Francis Jeffers' cross to make it 3-0. And his 6th goal of this lone spell of such great benefit to Everton. Barnes wants to take the kick. Hunt. Pringle. That's a good pullback. Barnes! Well, it was a good chance for John Barnes, but he didn't really drive through the ball. Dare I say that about the England international, but that certainly was the impression. Maybe came too soon after coming on. Barnes. Better header than shot. Youds! Came off David Watson. Got up well. The distance on the punch and the shot came back from Youds. There's a flag up on the far side, so a free kick, not a corner. Pringle. Barnes. Old memories of across Stanley Park, making their play with the crowd, but he's finding people in space. Craig Short conceded the corner. Pulled a few strings since he came on. Had one shot which wasn't memorable and one header which was good. Youds forward again. Kinsella is the back player. And there's a break with Campbell. And it's on again, as Charlton have so many players forward. And here's Jeffers. And it's 4. It's a fine goal. Quick break. Very well finished by the 18-year-old. But really suicidal by Charlton Athletic. Look at the run by Jeffers. And quality of finish that belies Jeffers' years. Well, that's all rather depressing. Charlton supporters, but it's not going to be all over as a result of this match. There's still 3 to play. Charlton really can't afford to concede any goals, any further goals. They're clearly not going to win the fixture. They weren't going to get anything out of it once the 3rd goal went in. It's now more important that they're aware of the goal difference, and they're going to be given an opportunity here with Pringle going down under pressure from Unsworth. Well, it was a bit of a touch, but no more, and Pringle was going into him, but Charlton deserved a little bit of fortune. Stuart will take, and he drove it in with some aplomb. So he scores against his old club. Who is to say whether at the end of the season that might not prove to be an important goal. Walter Smith with his number 2, Archie Knox there. He's leaning on him a bit. Mills. The ball's been passed around, but nobody's been drawn out of position yet. Powell. Barnes. Teasing. Oh, that was a real chance for Hunt. Beaten everybody else, and if he'd have got the touch right, Myhre wouldn't have had much chance. Huge applause for a 4-1 victory. Walter Smith won't concede that he's safe, but he may well be. Alan Curbishley can once again say that the score was harsh on his team. First time since October 1996 that Everton have managed 3 consecutive victories. And their team is being well applauded. But the question of the afternoon, which was the more crucial? The handball, which led to the first goal, or Charlton's lack of a cutting edge. Final score with a delighted Kevin Campbell applauding the crowd who applaud him. Everton 4, Charlton 1. People say that over a season you get the rough and the smooth, but sometimes breaks can go against the team. Would you admit that one did against Charlton for the start of your scoring spree?
Yes, it did. You know, we got a break. The ball, I think, did hit Don Hutchison in the hand. I don't think it was intentional, but the referee played on, and that gave us a break. But you know, from our own point of view, we would look at a lot of other occasions over the period of the season where we've maybe not had that break, and you know, if they do even themselves out, or if that one helped us today. I think we could say there was a fair balance over the season.
He was definitely able, but I'm more disappointed that, you know, Hutchison had to do a bit to score, and we had enough players around him. He's twisted and turned a couple of times, but we didn't get tackling, and you know, you can't do that. I'm sure if he was up the other end, I think they'd have got a tackle on one of our players. So I'm disappointed with the manner we've been beat, and you know, they've got to pick themselves up for next week.
Dave, everyone's smiling around here tonight.
Yeah, there's been an awful lot of pressure on the lads leading up to this game. Everyone's put it down to, you know, if you win today you're safe, and if you lose today you're back in trouble again. But I thought we coped quite well today. The lads took the chances away very well, and we defended great as well. So overall, a lot of pressure off the lads. Although it's still not mathematically safe, it's gone a long way to making sure we will be.
Walter Smith needed some help at Everton, because after Duncan Ferguson, it maybe was difficult for him to get a centre forward with a bit more experience. The kids have come in and done pretty well, but you know, coming into the running now, it was important to get somebody with a bit more know-how, and I'm pleased he come for me.
They should be all right now. 3 wins in a row, Everton, shouldn't they? Should say.
Yeah, I mean, they were fired up today off the back of 2 good wins. The attitude was right, the effort and the commitment, they were there. Everton's sides throughout the 70s, 80s and 90s have been renowned for closing down quickly. Today, right throughout the pitch, they closed down quickly, and it paid dividends. This is early on in the game. We sickled Jeffers here. We watch this for closing down the keeper. You know, he's prowling here. Look at this. And he's desperately unlucky that ball doesn't end up in the back of the net. Debate about handball here, but I think he makes his own luck, because he goes and closes down quickly. Watch this. Comes in. Was it handball? Well, you could debate it all night. I think I agree with Curbishley when he says the Charlton defence should do better, but you could argue that Hutchison made his own luck, and they did that all afternoon.
Goal scoring a problem for Everton most of the season. They found their touch now.
Well, they've signed Campbell on loan. He scored 6 goals the last 3 games, and I think basically these goals have kept him up. And you've gone from sort of gloom and doom to optimism if they can keep Campbell, and they've got Jeffers, then they've got a potent strike force. The kid Jeffers has got everything. I mean, when you talk about touch and technique and vision and awareness, he's there, but what I like about him in particular is his movement. We talk about movement in this programme all the time, and you can coach movement, but when it's natural and instinctive, then you're in business. And he knows where to go and when to go. And he's only 18. He's just a fantastic performance this afternoon. We circle him here. Don't watch the ball, watch him. Watch Jeffers here. He's on the halfway line. Look, he nearly goes there, but it's not the right time. And then he does go. He drags away. Brilliant first touch. He cuts inside. And I tell you what, that's so close. A brilliant piece of play. You told me Dennis Bergkamp was missing. You were wrong. That is absolutely fantastic. And then he's on his way again. So he's got deft touches. This time it's played into his feet. Watch this. This is superb. Again, it's like just a little bit of vision in the movement. He's away, lets it run through him. And then his goal. We circle him here. Look at the pace here. He runs to his left at first, then decides, no, the better place to go is the right. Good movement again, a great first touch. And the finish is just clinical. 18 years of age, what a future he's got in front of him.
It's great to find a boy like that, isn't it, for a club? I mean, if you went abroad to buy somebody like that, cost you about...
Cost you an absolute fortune. Yeah. And again, you know, if they can keep Campbell and him, then I think they're absolutely in business.
Yeah, but Charlton's still in big trouble. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on, though. Now, Sue Thurl and Ian Payne with those games. Now, the table. Arsenal go top for the first time this season. They're 2 points ahead of Manchester United, who have 2 games in hand. One of those is at Leeds tomorrow, of course. And after scoring 11 this week, Arsenal's goal difference is now only 1 behind United's. Chelsea go into tomorrow's match at Sheffield Wednesday, 5 points off the lead. Forest are relegated from the Premiership for the 3rd time in 7 seasons. Southampton's draw at Derby puts them level on points with Charlton and Blackburn, who meet at the Valley next Saturday. Coventry are not out of the woods yet, but Everton look to be safe.